The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
You enjoy this game session.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Thank you for tuning in for Werewolf the Apocalypse, Phoenix's Call. I'm your storyteller, Ravinia. Some of you call me Nikki. And now we're going to introduce our players.
Hello, my name is Maddox. I will be playing the reluctant Fiona Arun, Colin Douglas.
Hello, everybody. I am Ravnos Archon in chat. My name is Will, and I will be playing our Philodox Red Talon named Eyes of the Creek.
Hello, all. My name's Brad, Timber Brad 411 in chat. I will be playing Plays with Danger, the Bonar Ragabash.
And I am Caleb. I am playing Jonathan Davis, the Galliard, who is the Children of Gaia.
And unfortunately, we are down one Olivia Dropstitch, which had an emergency, and I hope her flight was safe. So, hope everything goes well.
Yeah, missing our third will be, we're fine.
I miss her already.
You should miss her already.
Nothing but good signs so far.
Yeah, the ominous reassurance is great storytelling.
If there's one thing I could do is ominous reinforcement, reassurance of everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. But as we were at the end of our session, we were riding back to the cairn. We had a new associate, and also there was a death in the brawn, one Uktena kinfolk. So we have some crazy things going on, and hopefully we will figure this out. I will let my players take it away as they were in Jonathan's car.
Well, Jonathan is driving. He flips through the radio, trying to find something, stop something playing, the toadies, and looks everyone in the rearview mirror. Got a little smirk every time. He's really thinking about another seatbelt check, but decides against it at this point. Enough damage was done. So driving, I guess when we get turned, Jonathan will look in the rearview mirror and driving. I'm gonna drop all of you off. I want to head into the city. I need to get a report for. Oh crap! What was her name?
Looks for pretty places. Kaylee?
No. The head of the cairn. The one who gave it to Stacy?
Stacy isn't the head of the cairn. She's just your handler.
Yeah,
but,
the one who gave us the... Okay, yeah.
Yeah. The head of the cairn's name is Soars Over Clouds, also known as Greg.
Okay, so it's Stacy. Okay.
Stacy's our babysitter.
Yeah.
This is more Johnson's background as a lawyer. Like he's gonna hand Stacy a report, but he wants to get it like a manila folder, nice and pretty. He's got something else he wants to do in the city too. So Jonathan's he'll say, I'm gonna drop you all off. I'm heading into the city. 1, I want to get this report done. 2, there's someone I want to talk to about everything else that's going on.
As you make your way to the city, there is a abrupt left turn. As you see, there is a small wooden sign that says Happy Hills Hunting Grounds. And it takes you a little further out to where it's kind of removed from the city. It's a little more rustic. There's more cabins out here as you get further in, and you do see a parking lot. It almost looks like this would be like some sort of hotel retreat, but you all know this is kind of where the kinfolk and the other Geru tend to hang out.
All right, so no seatbelt check this time, but Jonathan will pull up, come to a nice graceful stop this time with the toadies blasting.
I'm definitely hearing Possum Kingdom.
Yep. Exact one I was thinking of.
Yep.
And Colin readies himself for a seatbelt check, but then stops when he feels the car just slowing down normally.
Yep. Very nice, graceful stop.
I'm gonna hold out my paw as we're about to exit the back area where me and Plays with Dangers is. Mm-hmm. And I'm just gonna look him in the face. Stay. Go with.
Plays with Danger will kind of cock his head.
Definitely picturing that.
Yeah. It's more just like trying to figure out, like, is that a question or is it like a command?
Again, I'll lean in. Stay. Then I'll jump off.
And Falling Skies follows Eyes of the Creek.
I'm going to jump out of the car, but I'm going to stay kind of where I am. Like out of the way, but not really going anywhere.
Eyes of the Creek, do you look back?
No, I presume that I gave a clear kind of not command, but like suggestion, to not keep somebody alone now that we're back.
All right.
Wait. Was the intention for me to stay in the car to go with Jonathan? Okay, I misunderstood. Player misunderstood, so I would stay in the car. Because the cairn is the last place I want to be right now.
I thought you were being a ragabash, and I was like, I cannot wait.
I thought that's what it was. I was like, drama.
No,
that's what was going through my head.
Sorry to take that away from you. No. No, y'all are going the exact last place I want to be, so I'll just stay in the back of the car.
All right.
I will get out of the car slowly, but be very annoyed that I'm not the one who's going with Jonathan.
Okay.
I also don't like the cairn.
All right, Colin, can I get a perception alertness check?
Sure, snake check.
I think you mean pack totem check.
To pack totem, fucking nothing. What are you talking about?
Difficulty is going to be a 7.
Cool. 1 success.
Okay. There's a bit of a weight shift. And it just feels kind of funny. Your pants feel a little heavier than you expect them to be.
Is there a snake?
You see a tail hanging out from your pants pocket.
Let me roll my fear check.
Snake's got to get out somehow.
Storyteller, what's the fear difficulty in this situation?
All right, give me 1 second. I don't think it's...
Sorry, the fear one is difficulty 7 always.
Yeah.
It's the nightmares one.
Nightmares one that has
and
to...
I rolled that last session and we're still the same day.
Yeah,
So-
we're still the same day, yeah.
So difficulty 7.
Yep.
Heh. All right, I do not freak out and have to leave.
Okay, that's good.
As I calmly grab the tail, pull it out, drop it on the ground, and then start quick marching away.
Everyone else kind of sees this snake look very happy. Well, not everyone else, I guess, because Jonathan's still in the car and plays with danger as being a good, obedient puppy. Who's a good, obedient puppy?
Oh, as soon as like the door closes and we're on the way, I jump into the back seat and then just like sprawl out in the back seat.
Okay.
Ah, so much room.
But yeah, Eyes of the Creek might see this sad snake look down and then sliver off, kinda in Colin's direction.
Make a note of it, but I keep my eye on Falling Skies.
And it's just one of those things, you notice this happens, and then the next chance you look, it's disappeared. And Falling Skies looks over at you.
Just do my best to shrug and motion for her to follow us this way.
Thank you. This one respects you.
Appreciate it. And I lead her to wherever an elder is. Probably the Theurge elder, since that's what she is, where they are.
Moonshadow is not that hard to find. He has a slightly bigger cabin. You get the feeling you've probably been in here before, but it's more of a healing house. So there's multiple beds to where people can rest and take ease and get treatment for various ailments that happen while being in a cairn. Moonshadow is a very, very old man. He you could tell probably in his youth he stood about 6'4". Now he's kind of curled over, doing kind of the little shrimp walk. He's got his staff, which has a crow's skull on the top with some various feathers and accoutrements. He still has a full head of hair. It's all white, stark white now. And he's kind of sitting in his rocking chair, which is out front of the healing house.
I'll approach and then kind of lower my head respectfully.
And you kind of see him look around and he goes, "Oh, not now." He seems to be talking to someone else, and then, "Oh, Eyes. It's been a while. You don't seem to come around here too much. And who's your friend?"
New Wolf. Falling Skies.
New Wolf?
Found. Crime scene.
Crime scene? In the Bron?
Shake my head no. Forest. Dead kinfolk.
Oh, that's unsettling. He goes to sit up. He goes to kind of stand. You can hear the bones creak and the body pop as he tries to get out of the rocking chair, using the stick for leverage as he gets up. And he takes a couple of short steps going down the stairs of his little cabin seal. And Falling Skies kind of looks very reverent and says, I was on Moonbridge. Moonbridge broke. I didn't know there was a cairn nearby. It was all confusing. Yeah. She kind of tosses her head around. This one's perplexed. How can Moonbridge break? Moonshadow kind of looks a little concerned. And basically opens the door to his house, and it's like, you will rest here. And I will discuss this with our cairn leader. And Falling Skies does go in. And the old man just kind of smiles and says there is food prepared in bowls, as we have more than just a couple of lupus here, and shuts the door quietly. He turns and looks at Eyes of the Creek. Do you trust this one?
Shake my head, no.
So you don't believe her?
Foster should know to announce.
Under normal circumstances, yes, but a Moonbridge breaking? That's difficult. It's possible that she was running from some black spirals that had tainted their cairn that she was coming from, or where she was going. But I do trust your instincts.
I nod.
I'm going to go talk to Greg. And it's a slow kind of walk. This old man, as he creaks and stumbles and bumbles his way.
I'll follow unless he tells me this is a private thing, and then I'll just fuck off.
Eventually, he gets to the main hut, which is a circular style domed cabin. And he knocks on the door, kind of whispers something in, and then gets ushered in. And that's when he actually turns and tells you not to follow. You know, this is where Greg's hut. This is also where all the meetings happen.
Then I'll definitely nod and then go looking for whoever is left over. Colin or the snake.
Yeah. And I guess while you're searching for Colin, I'm going to pan over to Jonathan and Plays with Danger.
All right. So after everyone else gets out, I look and see that Plays with Danger is in the back seat. Just kind of shrug. Hey, want to come along? That's fine. And so I'll take off. I don't know exactly how far the drive is, but on the way, I just kind of look at Plays with Danger and I'm like, what do you think of our new arrival now that she's not here in the car?
Could be a problem. And then, like, at the first chance that Plays with Danger gets, he's actually going to jump up into the front seat right next to you. Because now it's my turn for shotgun.
I gestured to the radio console. Hey, your choice.
I just tilt
I do
my
know
head.
you're in lupus too, yeah.
It's more so that music is just kind of a foreign concept. So he'll just kind of sit there and just stare out, look out the window. If the window's down, stick his head out because he will absolutely play up the dog thing because it doesn't bug him.
If I see you looking at the window, I'll hit the on. As we get on the highway, I'll increase speed as we get on the highway.
Oh, you increase speed, my head's coming right back in.
Seatbelt check. No, not really.
As we see Plays with Danger go through the windshield. Kidding. No.
No, I won't do that this time. But no. So I'll go off. This time, yeah. I'll go off, and as we get closer, I glance over, and I'm like, what I'm doing, I'm putting a report together for Stacy about what we found, and I'm trying to dig up more info. The person we found, Yuktina Kinfolk, it's got me worried. I'm going to talk to someone and see if they know how to reach them, any info about them. Hopefully, something. That's all I got right now.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Good.
All right, so...
It's an easy drive back. It's real simple. Okay. You know your way back to town from the cairn.
Oh, what's their name? Gaffin, bro. The Gaffer Brothers. That's my
old Gaffer Brothers.
The old legal firm.
Yeah.
All right. So
as this is going on, Plays with Danger, I need a perception plus alertness check. Difficulty 6.
Perception and alertness. Four.
All right. That's easy to see. You do see someone that you might recognize. It's strange, but you see Brannon walking through town. Sings to the stars.
I'll look over. Stop.
I just kind of do double take and shrug, and I'll stop. I'll like pull off into a shoulder or a parking lot, whatever's closer, and stop. And just, everything okay?
Saw someone, and then you'll see Plays with Danger like pawing like crazily at the door handle, like trying to figure out how to make it work.
Okay, as you say, saw someone, Jonathan like looks around. No one he recognizes, but he'll reach across and open the door from the inside.
And I'll bolt like as soon as I've got enough, and I'm gonna aim straight for where I think I saw him, and try and catch his scent and activate heightened senses.
All right, it's pretty easy for you. You smell Brannon. You know that Brannon is here.
Like it's actually Brannon.
Yeah. It's not someone that looks like them. It's him. You catch that whiff. You turn the corner. You chase him back through the alley a little bit. And let's make this a roll, shall we? We'll get some fun out of here. Let's go dexterity plus athletics.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll roll Brandon's. Difficulty is a 6.
So 3, 2 of which are 10s. I'm sorry, 4, 2 of which are 10s.
Okay. And we got... You just barely catch up to him. And he looks back, and you can tell by looking at him, he's scared of you. When you catch up to him, yeah, there's a very much like, you shouldn't be here, go away.
Why here?
What?
How here?
We all know what you did. We all had to leave.
Accident.
Doesn't seem too much like an accident to us. I lost my wife there.
Are we somewhere like in the middle or like kind of off to the side in the alley?
Yeah, you're off to the side in an alley.
I want to. I want to try the Rite of Contrition.
All right, give me 1 second. I don't have all the rights written down in my cheat sheets.
So the first thing actually that I'll do is I will get because I'm gonna have to change into Hamid, so I need to do that first.
All right. Stamina plus primal urge.
Sorry, I just accidentally closed my sheet.
Jonathan would have followed us, like, as soon as the car was parked, probably would have not, like, ran after and chased, but followed where he went.
All right. Are you trying to be stealthy?
I'm not.
No, not you, Jonathan, since he's decided he's going to follow you.
No, not stealthy.
All right.
And this is difficulty 6?
Yeah, difficulty 6.
3.
Okay, so you successfully shift, and now we've got butt-ass naked plays with danger with his backpack.
So kind of like off to the side in the alley, I'm gonna open my bag and rummage through it real quickly. When he changes, there's this stripe along his back that sort of like as he's changing turns into the bag that he's carrying. And he's just completely oblivious to being butt naked because he's always naked. But he starts rummaging around through the bag and pulls out like a small like Native American wolf. A local, I'm trying to think what the word is, like souvenir from around the area. And like he'll hand it to him. And as he like hands it out like towards him, kind of like laying it on the ground in front of him, he will shift back into Lupus to finish the Rite.
All right, and from what I'm reading, it is basically a willpower roll with the difficulty being the person's rage that you're trying to... This is a difficulty 8 roll.
That's fair. I don't necessarily expect it to work, but he is the first person that I have seen since I left.
Yeah. And you do remember how crazy things were, and even looking at him, you kind of see the heckles are getting up on this individual. There is a moment where you almost think this person may frenzy, and they keep it together.
I got 2.
All right.
I got a 9 and a 10, and then no ones.
Okay, that's good to know. Now, thankfully, you only need 1 success to successfully do the rite. So in this process, you lean forward, you crawl onto your belly, and you expose your neck.
Oh, like it is like as I'm going down, it's pushing the gift closer to his feet, and like right before it hits, he'll lay as close to the ground as he can, and then immediately kind of like roll over to expose his belly and his neck.
All right. Jonathan, I think that Plays with Danger has been very busy. So you probably round the corner, see butt naked Plays with Danger.
Probably. Hey, are you okay? Hey, oh, okay.
So as soon as I hear that, like you'll see, like for the briefest moment, like this spark of anger, and like I'll flash like a look of not now, and then just completely ignore Jonathan.
Do I see this other person?
Yes, you see this other person.
Okay.
They're about 5'9". They look like they haven't showered in a while. They kind of have this green tarp-like material kind of trench coat on that's more meant for all-terrain weather. And yeah, this person looks a little... under the right conditions, you might think this person's homeless.
All right, so I'll stay back. And it's probably pretty obvious. Plays with Danger is in the middle of something.
Yeah.
So I'll take a step back.
And I am making the most pathetic noises you've probably ever heard.
Yeah. I'm just hearing yips and yowls. This.
So I'll take like a very slow step back. One hand around to my back where I got the knife. And I just, is everything okay?
I don't respond to him at all.
Yeah. Brandon.
My focus is the right.
Yeah. And Jonathan, you notice there was a moment where his this person's musculature bulked for a second, and then it got pulled back.
All right, so I will definitely keep my hand on the knife, but I'm going to just keep, like, pretty much stare daggers at this new person.
Yeah. Brandon slowly leans down to grab the gift that you have presented him with. And there's a moment there where he does grab your throat.
I make no attempt to defend myself. I'm at his mercy right now.
So he grabbed your throat.
Mm-hmm.
I'd easily take like a couple steps forward. You start seeing me, like I'm going to start approaching.
So this will be the first time since like the snap. No.
So as I hear that, I will stop, and I just look at you, Plays Danger, trying to get like, are you like, okay?
Like the look you'll get, like, very, very quickly is that this hasn't entirely caught him off guard, and he's sort of expected that this was going to happen, but not to interfere.
Yep. There's a subtle moment of squeeze for just a subtlest moment, and then he releases.
Jonathan, I'll go back.
Yeah, and then I just lay on the ground.
Yeah. Just like, I won't. And there's this distinctive look that says, I'm not going to kill you. But after what happened to Lily, I can't exactly be around you. And there's a distinctive walk as he steps over you and goes back the way Jonathan was. And there's even a little shoulder check that Jonathan gets. And it's like, be careful with that one. He's trouble. Worm taint follows wherever he goes.
I don't say anything. I just, as he walks past, I just like my head follows his face as he walks past, but I don't say anything.
And then I will, as I guess once I feel, or like the senses start to kind of like dull, and it's clear that he's not in the area anymore, I will just slink out of the alley and just kind of go by Jonathan, and then just kind of like hanging my head in shame.
As you approach, looks like Jonathan's about to say something, but catches himself. He'll just walk over to the car. He'll open up the front seat.
And kind of like with the front seat, he'll actually go back around towards the back and just stand at the back, kind of just like in that typical posture that it's more the back seat.
Okay, so Jonathan kind of
like the back area.
Okay, Jonathan does like a little shrug, closes the front door. He'll open up the back door. But do you mean the back door or the trunk? The
trunk, like where he usually is.
Okay. Yeah.
And then he'll just kind of like make a little circle, lay down, and he's just completely quiet.
Okay. So Jonathan, get in. He'll close up the trunk. He'll get in the car, start driving again, constantly looking back, not saying anything. Took the hint that, hey, leave shit alone right now. And I'll continue on. So I guess if nothing else, anything happen while we get there?
It seems they're not super busy right now. I mean, it's a small town law office. It's right next to the police station. It's
okay. So I'll pull up and I'll look back in the mirror. I'm like, you want to come in or you want to stay?
I'll come in.
All right. So I'll get out. I'll pop the trunk. And I'll go in. Now his office is, I mean, it looks like an office that's pretty bare since I'm not there that much. There is a laptop, not a laptop. Laptops aren't big now. Desktop with a big CRT monitor. Powers that on. You see it flickers a bit and comes on. There's a dot matrix printer. You see there's like a Metallica poster on one wall. Coffee pot that got some pretty rancid old coffee in it, or the grinds, I guess.
The burnt smell is just there. Plays with danger. If you still have heightened senses activated, it's pretty bad.
I probably would have dropped them after Brandon left. But like you can see, Plays with Danger is in this weird sort of, like he's still kind of shaken from what just happened, but at the same time, there is so much new shit in this office, and I just want to look at everything. And it's like like you can see him almost like rocking a little bit, like he wants to go and just start like sniffing at the coffee. Like he just wants to investigate everything in this room, but is also trying to restrain himself because of what just happened. Like he's in shame mode, but the curiosity's kicking in, so he's.
Jonathan down as the computer's booting up. He pulls out some files, looks up the Plays with Danger. Like, I'm not sure what I have, but anything you need in here?
And you just see him kind of like looking at the coffee and rocking.
You look over to, yeah, that's When was the last time I was here? It's been a while. I'll take care of that after this.
Oh, and he's just watching it. He's just, can I look?
So Jonathan will get up, walk over, a little bit of confused look, and goes over to the coffee pot, pulls out the grind, and kind of like, is this what you want?
It was just like, and then like you'll see like the tail start wagging, ears perk up a little bit. Like that's definitely what has his attention right now because of the strong smell.
Yeah, as he brings it down, Johnson's like, oof. Like, oh. Yeah, that's pretty rank.
Oh, and like as soon as you like let it down towards me, I just all restraint is gone, and I'm just gonna like start sniffing the crap out of it.
You're gonna stick your nose in the coffee pot.
Yeah,
Ooh.
like we're talking like Tony Montana, Cocaine Mountain, but it's coffee.
Yeah.
Like a month-old chock full of nuts coffee grinds.
I'm a bonar, dude. This is like heaven.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
This stuff doesn't bug me. It's a new smell for me.
So
like
I just
rancid coffee. Let's do it.
Jonathan just kind of looks at it like, huh. And we'll take the, what the hell's it called? To put the filter in, like the, I guess the filter cup. Just puts that on the ground.
Oh yeah, I'm just like, yeah, nose deep in this. Tails wagging.
All right, have at it.
Right. Jonathan, it's pretty easy. You know your files. You know what you've got in paper, but you also know what you need to access the computer. In this particular case, the person that you found in the woods, that would have been computer entry into the small, slow, buggy as shit police database that you have access to.
So I would like to print out her file, the one that I recalled. Mm-hmm. I'm also going to handwrite a bunch of stuff and say, like, I'll write down Uktina, kinfolk, dead and forced. And then I'm going to put a little, like a post-it note on top of that and write, like, connected to late 80s killings with, like, a big question mark, circle it. And then I want to give a call. Okay.
Yeah, well, because... I keep interrupting. I'm sorry.
The entire time this is going on, it's just I go from the smells, and then like as you're printing stuff, I hear the noise, so I go to check the noise out. Like literally, as any sort of new sensory thing happens in this room, I want to check it out. But I will always go back to the coffee.
Oh yeah, the computer makes a noise when it boots up. The printer, the chair squeaking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like I'll growl like kind of like playfully at the printer the first couple of times it starts printing because I don't necessarily know what the noise is, but it's very much one of those like kind of a thing. And then once I realize that it's not actually doing anything when it makes the noise, it's less interesting, and so I'll go back to the coffee.
Jonathan kind of laughs at that, and it took the stress off of writing out like late 80s killings and dead body. That was a nice little relief.
Yeah. After all, Jonathan, you're the only one that knows really that those killings weren't all done by one person. It was just not possible for how many killings there were. And
yeah. As soon as there was a body and it was kind of got chased down, fear, like, I don't know if it has anything to do. That's why he doesn't know. That's why he's putting a big question mark circling it. And then, if I can, like, I want to call up Penny. Pretty much ask her to come over to the office.
When you call her, she picks up the phone and she's just like, "You fuck 'em and how legal services. Hi, Jonathan."
Fuck 'em and how. That's what we're doing now. Okay. Hey, Penny. I need your help with something. I'm over in the office.
I can spare a minute.
It's our business.
Oh. Okay. And she doesn't even say bye, she just hangs up. And within about 5 minutes, she's over there. Penny is a medium build woman with auburn hair.
I guess before she showed up, I would have warned Plays with Danger that someone's coming. One of us, but trustworthy.
She is in the classic ladies' power suit.
All right, so as she comes in, hey Penny. Well,
Jonathan, hi. I see you have friends. And there's just kind of the look.
As soon as she says friends, my nose will come out of the coffee and it's just like right in there. And it's just kind of like, hello.
Hi. She kind of looks around. She pulls out of her purse milk bones. And she kind of drops them into the filter cup. Here.
Oh, you bet your ass I'm going to eat this thing.
And I mean, they're the classic milk bones, the multicolored, dog biscuits.
Jonathan kind of laughs again and says, well, Penny, this is Plays with Danger. He's one of my pack.
I see. I hope we can be friends too, Plays with Danger. There's a bit of a weirdness going on here, but
that's probably a fair assessment.
Yep.
He's not like being rude and ignoring.
No.
It's more so, especially after, most recent events, he's just really kind of like, sweet, she just gave me treats, but it's also like more people. So it's this weird sort of like, he's not, jumping all over and like licking her face, but at the same time, it's like he's not being standoffish. It's just,
yeah. Well, you wouldn't have called me over here for no reason, Jonathan. So why don't you tell me what this is about?
Oh yeah, come over here, please. And I motion her to the desk. There's a nice crisp manila folder there, but I open it up and says this, and it's to the page where it says like Utina Kinfolk dead.
Oh, we're fucked.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Do you know of any way or anybody that can contact them?
Well, anyone can contact them. They're just in the Crow Reservation. You could take a moon bridge to their cairn real easy. But
yeah.
Oh. I'm sorry. This is Walks Through Fire's granddaughter.
Who is Walks with Fires?
They're the Arun protector. They're the person that protects their cairn and proceeds to keep them safe.
And this is his granddaughter. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The warder's granddaughter is not gonna like this.
I could see that. I'm trying to solve this without us getting blamed for this.
You mean you getting blamed for this? They don't like to have anything to do with me. Oh shit! Fuck, motherfucker!
Yeah, this is supposed to be a simple find out what happened in the forest and Yeah. All right.
No, this is more than simple. See, the Octana tend to stay away from us. They tend to be helpful, and when they, what's the best word? When we ask for help, they tend to help, but they also tend to go away just as quickly because they know that this cairn doesn't really want to deal with any of their stuff. You know, it's that whole thing about Octena's, you know, there's bad blood. You get it.
Yeah. This is hard for me to let go. Like, one of theirs, pay their respects, but two, more important, I don't want this to start a war between us since we technically found her.
Yeah. And in our cairn's vicinity, so we should have been more protective. That's what's going to come up is jurisdiction and everything like that. And it doesn't help that the Octana is rather, besides being secluded, they're rather small due to the fact that the Crow Reservation is very widespread and more indigenous people come up missing every year than average population.
Oh, okay.
So either there's two options here. You can try and figure this out, solve the mystery before getting them involved, or you can get them involved, apologize, grovel for forgiveness, and then try and solve this. So.
All right. Well, thank you for the info about the warder's granddaughter. That's that just say that adds a whole new wrinkle.
Oh yeah. As soon as I saw her face, I knew. She tends to run around. She's a curious sort. We've seen her around before. And usually everything's fine. She doesn't mind us, but
well, I'm not sure exactly what happened, but we've been adding pieces together, so thank you very much. This was a big help. I do owe you one for this.
You'll owe me one if you survive. How's that?
That's always the caveat, isn't it?
Yeah, but I could. If you die, ask one of your friends to bring me one of your ribs, just in case. Just in case.
See, Jonathan just kind of like looked down at his torso. Ribs. Oh, please, did you hear that?
You're muted.
Are you muted?
My turn to be Ben. As soon as I hear her kind of talking about dying and then bringing back ribs, you just kind of see him eyeing her out of the side, because some of the nuances of language are a little iffy, so it almost sounds like a threat, at which point he'll stop sniffing the coffee and just kind of start moving towards her, but putting himself between the two of you and then just staring at her.
Penny looks down, looks to Jonathan, looks down, looks to Jonathan. There's just this smile that slowly appears.
Jonathan looks down no. What happened is, if I die, she wants one of my ribs. I was just confirming that you're only witness here, pretty much. She's not killing me now to take a rib. At least I don't think so.
No, but you're gonna need all of them.
If I die, she gets a rib.
So he'll look still looking at her, looks over at Jonathan, looks back at her, and then starts to like circle around in between them, going back towards the coffee, but like smacking her leg with his tail. And then and then as he goes back to the coffee, he'll sit very, very specifically watching her.
You have some interesting company, Jonathan. I like it.
Keeps from getting boring. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So,
well,
Rib,
if you ever need me and you're in trouble, and she kind of reaches into the bag again, and she pulls out this thing. It looks like a little clip, but it's decorated like a bug, like a dung beetle.
Okay.
And she hands it to you. If you ever really need me, give that a squeeze, give it a little focus, a little juice, and
thank you. This could come in handy.
it's possible. Sometimes you need communication out while you're in the wild.
Yeah. Yep. That would there's been times that would come in handy.
Mm-hmm. All right. And yeah, she pulls out just another couple of milk bones for plays with danger and sits them down and does it very delicately. And it's like, I have some beef jerky if you want it. There's just this kind of look.
Oh, he's just staring daggers at her at this point.
And she stands up. It's like, can't please everybody. And yeah, she just kind of walks out. She's used to that kind of treatment, so.
Oh, as soon as she's gone, I'll eat the milk bones.
We'll wait a little longer until the milk bones and the coffee are gone.
Plays with Danger is just going to be covered in strong coffee scent. And there's going to be grounds all over his fur the next time Eyes of the Creek sees him. It's going to be perfect. And so, well...
Oh, I am going to look like a fucking mess.
While this is all going on, I'm just double checking with the dumpster fire here that nobody needs to say anything else, and then I can transition back to Maddox. And
yeah, at this point we get back in the car and drive back.
So yeah, we're gonna pan back to where Colin and Eyes of the Creek are hanging out in the cairn.
Oh no, he took her to the rites master. I walked off.
Yeah, and then he went to go find you.
Oh.
Afterwards. So what is Colin doing right now?
And what are you doing?
He has gone to the edge of the cairn, where he is now just sitting on a rock or a stump or something, and just trying his best not to attract anyone's attention. And if some kinfolk get too close, he knows to be polite to them, because the rest of the Fianna get mad at him if he isn't. But he's definitely looking at them like, if you come up to me, I'm going to say absolutely nothing, and you're just going to feel awkward.
Yeah.
Like, force of personality of stay the fuck back. As best he can.
All right. In the process of this, you're staring off into the distance, wondering about this lovely bleak existence that you have going on here. Why, oh, why me? What is wrong with this? I should have stayed.
Those in chat, yes, I know how angsty my character is. It does have a purpose.
Yes, why, oh, why, oh, why? And in the process of that, you get hit with a soccer ball in the head. And it drops and it bounces, and you see a group of kids. One with blonde pigtails. Looking nervously at you, because the ball is just a little too close.
I will sigh and just sort of pick it up and toss it at them.
And yeah, there's just a smile, and for a flickering moment, you remember Cheryl. that flicker as the smile shows, and this person is going to be like, "Thank you, mister." You get a flicker of Cheryl screaming, "Run! Go!" as she's being dragged back into the house.
I give a nod, my eye twitches, I get up and walk even further away from these kids.
And yeah, you hear children playing. At this point is when Eyes of the Creek probably finds you.
Just settle up behind them.
Doesn't acknowledge that you're there. And then, is anyone aside from Eyes in, like, visual distance to me? Like, can anyone see me?
There are two people that you can't be sure if they're in a decent enough distance to be looking at your face.
Not like it matters too much. Is
Yeah.
there a rock around that I can pick up?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and throw it in anger.
Okay.
Away from people if there are any, but just as absolute hard as I can send it. I'm furious.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a, I guess, strength plus melee,
Okay.
because it's a rock.
That's not the weirdest combo I could have thought of. What difficulty?
We're gonna go with the difficulty 6. You're trying to just fling this thing.
Alright, because of a 1, it is 2 successes.
Okay. At least you didn't botch. Yeah. Take it and you just wing it. And you see it go flying, and it's kind of like this, it hits the ground, there's like this dust. And in that dust, you see kind of like a weird shape. It's winged. And it kind of flitters and then disappears.
Did you see that?
Good.
I didn't hear what you said, Rav, sorry.
Again.
And now I'll just really confused look at him like, again, what the fuck are you talking about?
Throw. Again.
You didn't see the fact that I hit something?
Did I see anything pop up in the smoke?
You did. A bird-like creature, almost crow-like in your perception.
Wait. I signal. And I'm going to stalk off to try and curve around like a crescent moon to where it was and just kind of stalk up and see if it's still there.
You stalk up, you smell. Something was here. And when you stalk up, you feel something slither into your fur.
I will immediately lunge myself at a tree wherever that sensation is. 'Cause that was not in the contract.
And as you're running, you hear the snake's voice. Wow, we go fast. As you go to jam yourself against a tree. And yet you bonk. And in the subtlest of your ear, you hear, "Missed me."
God damn it. I will
Take
sigh.
me to Colin.
I'll sigh and just start patting my way over to Colin.
Do I see anything on him?
Nope.
Okay. I will wait for him to get back, looking very confused that he just tried to ram himself into a tree. So did I hit something or what?
Something there. Sit.
Plops down.
I'll come around so that I'm next to him, and I'll try to sit on my haunches in such a way that I can facilitate the snakes moving from me to him.
I can see that you get through that pretty easy.
Yep.
You lightly bump Colin.
Bird. Crow.
Slides up. And you see as it slides up the back of Colin's shirt, it flickers again, and you hear the subtlest voice of "Thank you."
Do I need to do a perception alertness again?
Yes.
What difficulty?
The difficulty is going to be an 8 because obviously it's on your back. It's not.
And I still get 1 success off of 3 dice.
Oh. All right. You feel a weight. And there's a little bit of a coolness.
If I go and grab back, do I feel snake?
No. Eyes of the Creek, you could see the hand reach, and you see that it just slivered right out of the way.
There.
This thing is starting to become an expert at Colin ease.
I'll just shift my body weight and just cock my head as I look at him. Done.
Thought I felt something. I'll just flop back onto my back.
Mm-hmm. You do feel a little wiggle when you do that, but who knows? You might have landed on a bug. Who knows?
Nah, I'm investigating. I'll start actually taking my shirt off, just to be safe. Looking through it, feeling around my back, rolling around so nothing has an opportunity to be on me.
So you pull the shirt off, and yeah, you investigate, you're looking around. Eyes of the Creek, give me a perception plus alertness check.
You got it.
Colin, do the same.
Snake just get it through its thick reptilian skull.
Is my detail-oriented specialty cognitive?
Yeah, of course.
And what?
For Colin, it's still a difficulty 8. For Eyes of the Creek, it's a difficulty 6 because he's looking at it from a tertiary perspective, and he also knows what's there. By this point, Jonathan, in Place with Danger, you have pulled up, you have made your way, and yes, you do see a shirtless Colin rolling around on the floor.
Not even getting scraped up, oddly enough.
No.
6 successes.
The best I will probably ever do for a roll like this right now. 3.
All right. Eyes of the Creek, as he's pulled the shirt off, you saw the snake went into the shirt. As he's investigating his body, and then
shaking it, looking around.
As you shake it, there's a little bit of a plop sound. You hear a little bit of a plop sound, but you don't see anything exactly. You do see like a snake-shaped shadow.
I'm gonna make my fear roll again.
So the entire time this is going on, once I'm out of the truck, I'm just going to start sneaking towards Colin.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead, dexterity plus stealth. Not self.
And while he's rolling that, Colin is going to intently, glare almost at the shadow, and just scream, "Leave me alone!" and take off running away from it.
Sorry. Dex stealth.
Oh,
This is a good
Difficulty
one.
6. Yeah.
because I promised last time, if you ever took off on the snake, I was going to tackle you.
I know.
This is what I do.
Yep.
I got 2.
Things are about to happen.
right.
I sensed it.
Colin is
I sensed it as soon as I
distracted.
failed my roll. Yeah.
Sneaking is perfectly fine. He's not paying attention to you.
No, he's currently screaming at a snake.
I'm getting ready to chase him because we've done this before.
You guys are monsters. A lot of you. My entire pack is encouraging this shit. If it helps, the player loves it.
All right. I think this is pretty easy. A tackle is Dex plus Brawl. Difficulty 7.
Do I need to roll anything?
Are you cognizant enough to know that this is coming?
I don't know. Have you ever tackled me before?
No, I have not.
He's got the phrase "get away" in his brain, and that's about it right now. Fear is
Yep.
kind of one hell of a drug.
Yep. So dodge probably is not in your wheelhouse here.
Yeah, then I'm just trying to get away, so whatever he rolls.
3 successes.
I think in the process of chasey, Eyes of the Creek leaps and goes to tackle your back.
And so, like, while Eyes of the Creek is like trying to take like the upper half, I'm gonna try to go for his legs to try to drop him.
Okay.
So what? Dex Brawl.
Yeah. You're getting the 2 for the Lupus Body Slam special here. Jonathan, what are you doing?
I got 2.
How I pictured it is I pulled up, I opened up the door, and Plays with Danger kind of jumped out and started sneaking.
Yeah.
And I see what else is going on. I just I closed up the trunk. I'll just start walking towards Stacy now, kind of say like, "Oh, the snake's at it again. Oh boy."
Stacy is like, yeah, that spirit has taken a shine to Colin.
Yeah. So actually, he's got the folder in his hand. Before he hands it to me, he's just gonna like kind of stop and watch. Wants to see like giant tackle.
I love the idea that Stacy and you are in the exchange of the manila folder, and both of you are looking when this leaping duo Lupus tackle happens with a screaming Colin.
And I know exactly how I'm going to react. I would like to spend a rage point to instantly shift Krynos.
Oh, okay.
And I would like to just throw them both off me and continue running.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I guess we can call this a reverse body tackle. So Dex and Brawl for Krynos Colin. By the way, what does Krynos Colin look like?
Oh, a lovely dark black fur just all over. There's
Oh.
no speck of any other color. It's the exact same shade as his hair.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
he's just large, any Krynos Guru is going to be enormous, but he's definitely got some build to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then just intense yellow eyes. And you said it was Dex Brawl?
Yeah, we're doing a reverse body tackle, so Dex plus Brawl is body tackle, difficulty 7. But yeah, y'all knocked him down, but then you feel the bones shift, the fur explode, the the tendons elongate.
What you said 7, right, for the difficulty?
Yes.
Sick. With 3 10s, that's going to be 4 successes because a 1 took away one of them.
Would you say y'all have any awareness of what Colin's going to do? I mean, you did see the shift start to happen, and
Yeah, I think the shift is a clear indication that he might try to retaliate. So I think,
Yeah. And I'm sure at this point, Plays with Danger has pissed enough people off to know when a retaliation is coming.
Especially from one who is stereotypically known for not having the best rage control.
yeah.
Like any Arun.
So I assume you are going to try and dodge this.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to go dexterity plus dodge. If you don't have any points in dodge, I will allow you to sub out for athletics because it's obvious that Colin is just trying to shrug you off.
Wait, what? Points in dodge? What do you mean?
Not you. This is for... Oh, wait, dodge...
dodge was
Yeah.
a skill.
Yeah, dodge was a skill, damn it.
Oh.
All right.
Older renditions of the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, older renditions. But yeah,
They
dexterity...
They just took it to dex, I think.
Yeah, dexterity plus athletics. Fine.
Yep.
My brain is still on original werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
I got 4.
Okay.
Yeah, with difficulty 6, I got 4.
Okay. But yeah, so you shrub back, but they are already out of the way.
That's fine by me. As I'm running, I'll just, as I'm going, shift back down to Hamid. Still clothed, because he didn't want to be naked. So he
Yeah.
had the clothing dedicated early.
Yeah, it's just a little scratchy around his junk because he didn't dedicate underwear. Let's be real. Who thinks about that?
Pants are good enough. They cover
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Is his shirt and the snake still there?
Yeah.
Well, the shirt is. I don't know about the snake.
The snake is hanging out there. Eyes of the Creek, you can see it clearly. It kind of flickered back into coloration.
Okay, so I'm gonna put my paw on the snake, and I'm assuming that it understands me. So I'm just gonna be like, "I let you help this way," and I'm gonna put my other paw on the shirt,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to start the rite of binding.
You're turning one of my shirts into a fetish.
Into a talon, sir. I don't have the right of the fetish.
It's not any better.
I love this. I love this game. I'm just saying it straight out.
This is what happens when we lose our third.
Yeah. Yeah.
Storyteller, was it ever clear where she went, by the way? Like, is she just in the cairn, just, like, doing shit, or...
It wasn't exactly established, but she has wandered off on her own as soon as the doors had opened.
She's probably got spirit shit to do or something. At least that's what Colin surmised.
All right,
I'm
roll.
also just going to point out that there are 4 guys here. She probably doesn't want to be around us.
Yeah.
Well, 2 of you aren't technically guys. 2 of you are wolves.
That's fair,
Yeah.
but still male.
Still male.
Oh, yeah, if we're doing that, yeah, no, this entire pack is one enormous sausage party without her. It's horrible.
I'm gonna spend 2 gnosis points
Oh,
to reduce its gnosis by 2.
okay.
Now I have to roll my willpower against its adjusted gnosis.
All right, give me 1 second. The snake has stats.
Of
More
course
you
it does.
know. All right, so we're still difficulty 6. Colin's fierce.
Jesus Christ! I wish I had a specialty for this. 4 successes. 3 of those were 10s.
Wow. And just like that, in the process, it has been bound to the shirt. Thank you.
Now just pick it up with my mouth and just saddle over towards Colin.
Who is much further off. He's now sitting back up against a tree, and it's clear he doesn't want to show it, but his eyes are definitely red from crying when you get there.
It's okay.
And so in that in-between time, while Eyes of the Creek has been binding the spirit to the shirt, seeing that Colin is not doing well, like just kind of getting that sense of like the anguish, he's gonna like kind of like go up right next to him and then just lay down right next to him, and he's just like leaning up against his foot, just kind of like being there and support. Just
not really responding, just staring at his feet.
You just get a distinctive smell of coffee grounds and dog biscuits for some reason.
It's plays. I'm probably familiar with what he does.
I'll come up. I'll put the shirt at your feet. Snake gone. This help.
I'll sigh and put it on.
Given the 4 successes, can we do something where the next time Colin would take more than 3 points of damage, they're negated, and then the snake service is done with the shirt?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We can definitely do that.
Yep.
The shirt feels oddly cool when you put it on.
It's summer, isn't it? Or like spring-ish,
Mm-hmm.
like starting to get warm.
Yeah.
And it's a black shirt, so it was sitting in the sun, but it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Why can't it take a fucking hint? I don't want snakes near me.
It's gone.
Why can't any fucking snake understand that? It's not the only snake spirit that wants to hang with me, you know? Such horseshit. If someone's clearly fucking afraid of you, why would you go near them?
It's true. In Colin's current memory, there's about 4 snake spirits that have been playful with him. Been curious.
He's probably at least kicked one of them as far as he could, too.
Mm-hmm.
And you all would notice that in the past, he freaks out more if a snake is by his, like around his feet than it is, like, anywhere else. Like, that's definitely where it freaks him out the most.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just come around to the opposite side of wherever Blaze is, and then just sit with him as well.
And Stacy eventually comes up and is like, are we done with the sewing circle?
as soon as Stacy comes up, I'm gonna move away from her. Just because it's, I imagine over a period of time, it's just been, I don't know, like established policy that I just move away from her.
Just stare up at her. I don't know what a sewing circle is, so.
This is some interesting information. It's very disturbing information. I certainly hope those serial killers aren't back.
I don't know. That's why it's a possibility.
I don't know. Seems pretty par for the fucking course lately.
There's something else I found out that you all should hear. She's the granddaughter of the warder for the crows.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Colin, you've heard of the warder for the Uktena. Walks through fire is the only person that has been able to raffle stomp your other Fianna Arun buddy in challenge.
Wait, he could stop Gordon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Colin goes,
There have been stories about moots where they were together, and
all right, if it's at a moot, that's a casual fight, which is even
Yeah.
worse. Yeah, Colin goes pale.
Yeah.
And he'll just mutter under his breath, like what he said in the car last session. The Uktena are going to blame us for this.
Exactly. Trying to find a way to stop a fight, a war, whatever could happen.
I admire your optimism,
Diffuse
Jonathan.
this?
It's not going to work.
Not gonna stop me.
Your mission to fail.
think on this. I'm going to bring it up with the rest of the elders. Y'all sleep on this. Take a night. Try and relax. We'll come to this fresh in the morning. And this is where we are going to take our break. So we will be back.
Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. I've always been the hunter, nothing on my tail. But there was something in you I knew could make that change. To capture a predator, you can't remain the prey. You have to become an equal in every way. So look in the mirror and tell me, who do you see? Is it still you? I terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. So embrace the darkness, and I will help you see that you can be limitless and fearless if you follow me. We are the lions in a world of lies. We are the predators, the hunters, the hunters, the hunters. Become the beast. We don't have to hide. Do I terrify you? Do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin to burrow within. Do you burrow within? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive?
And we're back. I hope everyone got a drink and everything's going well. Because we are now venturing into the evening. It's nice. It's quiet. Everyone is in their resting spots. Everyone's as comfortable as they can be. And our intrepid pack feel a rumble beneath their feet. Or I should say beneath their beds. Through the course of the night, it seems like there's a shake here, a chill there. And then all of a sudden, you hear this high-pitched bird shriek. You go to look outside. Everyone else seems to be asleep. It is sharp, and it sounds like it's going across the sky.
Does it seem like coming from a direction or from everywhere?
It seems to be coming from everywhere.
Did it smell anything like the scent that I picked up when Colin threw that rock?
No.
Then I will throw on my clothes and step outside, I guess. This is weird. And it's annoyingly very familiar weird, because it's Guru shit, usually.
It's sharp, it's loud, and it seems to go on for about 2 minutes before it stops. All of a sudden. And the standard noises of living near the woods in Wyoming take over.
What time is it?
It's about 2 a.m.
Then I will grab a phone and I'll probably call I don't know where I would find one, of course. It's not like we have phones in our pockets, but damn it, I can't remember her Penny. Because I know she has a phone.
So you ring up Penny. Penny kind of answers. What do you want, Colin?
There was an incredibly shrill bird call here.
Yeah, I heard it too.
Okay,
Beats me.
Wait, so that's his... Oh, for the love of... And he just hangs up out of frustration.
Was it something that it looked like only the Guru could hear, or something that the kinfolk also heard?
Eyes of the creek, you look around. I assume you spend your nights in the woods.
Yeah, I'm definitely outdoors.
Yeah,
I would be too.
Yeah. You notice that your lupine kinfolk didn't seem to hear anything. The regular wolves either didn't hear anything.
Can I go find our warder?
Yeah, you can go find Julianne. Yeah, it's spelled Julianne, but it's pronounced Julianne.
She might be French.
And this woman is about 6'2", stacked, very muscular. She has her hair pulled up into a ponytail It's a rather short ponytail. It seems like she trims it off at a certain point when she gets pissed off at it.
Does she happen to have any D name that we would know?
Give me 1 second.
I mean, she's a warder, so I'm assuming she does, but...
Hold on. Yeah, there it is. Strikes the throat. And
Okay.
you kind of see her that she's been up and about, and she was walking like the fence line near where the vehicles were.
Just walk right up to her. No howl to say, like, introduction or anything. Just, Julian?
Oh, Colin.
What was
Fancy.
that? What was that noise? Do you need help with anything?
I'm not sure yet. I heard that noise as well. It sounded like it came from everywhere. But it seems like the only ones that heard it were us warriors of Gaia. And as for help, I don't know. Are you actually going to be helpful for once, Colin?
I'm always helpful. Just not for the stupid shit.
She kind of leans back on the fence a little bit.
Anyways. Fuck. And I quickly look around for the snake. Any of them. Okay. Storyteller, I don't know dick about animals as a character.
Mm-hmm.
And Colin already let one ancestor help him earlier on.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and I'm not sure what skill I would technically need for this, but what skill would it be to try and figure out what kind of bird call it was?
That would probably fall under survival of some sort.
Alright. No animal ken or anything like that?
You could do animal ken.
I hope not. I don't have any.
Would it sound at all like recognizable to like myself or Eyes of the Creek being lupus? Like something we would have experienced in the wild?
Doesn't seem normal. But we could do this. We can go, let's go intelligence, either animal ken or survival.
Difficulty?
Difficulty is going to be an 8.
Okay. Well, first, I'm going to make an ancestors roll so that I can get a little more intelligence.
Okay.
I have no clue what this is. 0.
Okay, you didn't botch, though.
No. Okay. Almost.
Okay.
Almost.
Just making sure.
I successfully contact the ancestors.
The ancestors, when you contact them, you just hear loud screaming.
Does that mean I don't get the extra dots then?
No, I'll let you have the extra dots, but it's screaming, it's terrifying, it's shrill, it's...
Then I'll just try to work fast. And then it's intelligence, which is now at a 5 for me, so... And then you said survival?
Yeah.
If I was allowed to roll, I got 3 successes
Okay.
at difficulty 7.
All right. It's not a normal bird. This is something spiritual. This is something from the other side.
Are any of the wild spirits that are usually congregating around me around?
Yeah. Though you do see that some of them have ran off. It was kind of scary.
3 successes.
Colin, this is not a natural bird. This is big juju from a Warriors of Gaia perspective. Your ancestors are clearly freaked out.
Good freaked out or bad freaked out?
Bad freaked out.
I will look at Julian. If the screaming in my head is any indication, this is bad. Should someone go check on Crow? Both the reservation and our sept totem, I guess.
That can be done. You also, since Colin, and I don't know, does Jonathan stay at the cairn? Does he rest at the cairn?
Tonight he would have.
Okay.
Probably depends where he is.
You hear an old man stumbling out of his hut, sobbing and falling to the ground. It's loud enough to alert several people around, so thus Colin also hears this.
I'll just defer to the warder at this point. I'm too tired to try and make sense of shit right now.
Eyes of the Creek, you kind of get these whispers around you repeatedly. The fire. The bird. The firebird. The phoenix.
Make a note of that.
Jonathan, I'll run over. If I see like the old man come out sobbing and fall, I'll run over and try and like pick him up.
It's Moonshadow.
Oh, it's Moonshadow.
The Elder Theurge. He is in his underwear at this point.
So
He is crying. He's grabbed a hold of your shoulders. He's sobbing at you.
All right, so I'll help him get up, and what happened? What was that?
And he barely is able to utter out. That's the call of the phoenix.
Call of the Phoenix.
I have only once heard that. Once.
And
that was in the presence of Wolverine.
so not good.
No. Gaia must be weeping to bring that alarm sound.
Something must have happened.
And this is when Julian arrives. It's like, Moonshadow, what? Looks at Jonathan.
As she comes up, he said, "It's called the Phoenix."
There's this distinctive seriousness to her face. Are you sure that's what he said?
Yes, he said he's only heard it one other time, but it was the call of the Phoenix.
And she goes and she kind of picks Moonshadow up out from you, standing him up. And yeah, she just kind of lifts him and brings him back into his hut so that he can rest, because he's obviously covered with sweat and dirt.
So I'll walk back to the other pack members. I'm like, do we know what this call the Phoenix is?
Not a clue.
Spirits claim Firebird. Phoenix.
Yeah, he said it was this. That was Gaia weeping, the call of the phoenix. It really rattled him.
Old spirit.
Do any of you know? Okay, do any of you know Wolverine?
Old spirit.
Mentioned that's the only time he heard it before. This doesn't sound good.
Eyes of the Creek, you have heard this before. Not the call of the phoenix, but you do know of the prophecy of the phoenix. It has been told. And I will reiterate a little bit of it for you here. Phoenix took me, carried me in his claws, high above the world, so that I could see beyond tomorrow. And I looked and I beheld the future. I saw the decimation of our kin, hunted beyond hunting, death beyond death, to the last one. There were no more children or grandchildren or fathers or mothers. This was the first sign Phoenix gave to me that the children of the Weaver, the humans, would give to us the Garu. And I looked and I beheld the future. I saw the children of the Weaver birthing, a great tide of humans rising. I saw more and more until Gaia groaned at having to carry them all. Their houses overrunning, their rakes raping, their hands clawing at the parched earth, trying to feed from her. This was the second sign of the last days that the Phoenix showed me that the humans would do. And that's all I'm going to give you from that this time.
And just kind of, in my own way, share that in Phoenix have prophecy. Herald last days. This bad.
You said herald the last days.
The last gift of webwalkers, the Weaver children. The last days.
So Plays with Danger will come up to Jonathan and just kind of like smack his hand with his nose just to get his attention. When this second time, when first?
He looks down. Said first time was the Wolverine.
And then he'll look. Spirals?
I don't know if Jonathan knows what the Wolverine is. Probably not, but
Let's see. All right, Plays with Danger. We'll give this some thought. Intelligence plus enigmas.
Oh.
Difficulty is 7 here. Jonathan, intelligence plus occult. Difficulty 3.
Does my lateral problem solver take effect?
Not really
Nope.
here.
Okay.
This is more about spiritual knowledge. Let me see. Eyes of the Creek, do you have any skills that might help?
I was gonna say if I had heard any of the stories of Wolverine, is it something that would have been passed down and retelling the litany?
Yep. Intelligence plus let's see. Not gonna do primal urge, that doesn't seem right. Intelligence plus rituals. There is a ritual tied with Wolverine.
Okay.
And difficulty 7 as well. So we've got Plays with Danger with 3.
I got 1 on intelligence occult.
Wolverine is big juju, Jonathan. It's a very powerful spirit, and that's basically all you know.
1 success.
Oh, Eyes of the Creek. You do know Wolverine has a ritual, and it has known to, what's the word I'm looking for? It is known to break even the strongest of the Garou. Hold on. Plays with danger. Wolverine is a spirit of great importance. Its children, when people take it as a totem, one of the things it does to prove they're strong enough is it shows them the heart of the worm. And that's the first thing it does whenever you try and beseech it.
Wolverine shows the worm. Bad.
Jonathan does like a double take. Shows the worm.
When summoned or spoken with, shows children the worm. And then looks over at Eyes of the Creek. And this is probably, maybe not Jonathan, but it's probably for Eyes of the Creek, the most serious you've ever seen him. And he just kind of gives him that look and is like, bad.
Ritual. Difficult. Agree. Bad.
Assuming at this point we turn to Colin, who seems to have botched a Hirano roll.
Way to go, burrito.
Womp
For
womp.
those that don't know, Hirano is an epic sorrow of grief over the loss of what cannot be brought back. So what the worm and the web walkers have taken from Gaia.
So the apocalypse has officially started, and I will walk back to my cabin and go back to bed.
Eyes of the Creek. You know the apocalypse hasn't started. The sixth sign hasn't shown up yet. But it does make you worry. And in the process of this, another runs into the center of the cairn. It's our officer fellow. The one that was keeping the body accessible.
Is this the Rutherford?
Mm-hmm. Not the asshole, but
Yeah,
the
no,
other one.
I think Rutherford was like the kinfolk one. We
Yeah.
were
The asshole is
Rutherford.
Officer Colt.
Yeah.
Colt the Dolt.
And he just shouts, "There's been another murder."
This is the middle of the night, right?
Yes, middle of the night.
So Jonathan will look, where?
And he kind of points at it's past Rattlesnake Mountain this time. We're starting to get closer into the Yosemite actual grounds. And it's messy.
Jonathan looks at So the packmates. Should we?
Go.
I nod. Get a room.
Oh, I'll run in and annoy the ever living bejesus out of Maddox to get him, or Colin to get him out of bed.
All right. Somehow
Hopping-
you're able
hopping
to
on the
get
bed.
somehow you're able to get through the door by some
Oh.
magic.
I can get in the door.
It is locked, but I know that doesn't mean much to you. So
It doesn't.
Go on. You know you're going to say it. Say it. I want to hear it. Tell me how you're going to open this door.
Give me 1 second. I forgot what it's called.
I know exactly what he's about to do because he.
I would use. God, I forget. Open seal.
Ah! It's always in the Ragabash kit.
Should be.
It should be. Definitely.
One of the most useful lock picks you'll ever have because you never have to worry about breaking it.
Yep.
And then roll my gnosis. What's the difficulty?
Give me 1 second. It's a simple lock.
On
It's
a
nothing.
basic bitch lock door.
Yeah, it's a basic bitch lock door. So
D&D player, how do you not take knock at first level? Like,
it's true.
Because it's a second level spell, unfortunately, now.
It is.
Still good. Not as good.
Local gauntlet rating. Oh, it's tissue paper here. It's like 4.
Yeah, diff
Oh.
4 inside a cairn.
Yeah.
So I roll 6 dice and got 5.
Okay.
This door is
So-
a joke.
This door is laughable. You easily get past this. No problem. No muss. No fuss.
And when you open it, Cullen's just standing there, back to the door, just sort of staring ahead. He didn't even go back to bed.
We need to go.
Okay,
Another death.
of course. And I'll just start following him slowly out. But I'm not moving fast. There is suddenly a lot of low energy for Cullen.
I will grab his pants in my mouth and just start dragging him as forcefully as I can.
I don't resist. Just let him drag me along.
safety word is pineapples.
The thing that Maddox the player is allergic to. Thanks.
All right. In the process, you slowly see one extremely mopey Colin being dragged by the pant legs by Plays with Danger.
No response. He's not even wincing from any sort of pain.
Oh, it's like it's not like grabbing you like to.
Oh, no,
Like
no,
by
no. But
me.
like, you're still dragging me across the ground.
Yeah.
And I'm just in basic street clothes. Like, it'll scrape me up a bit, I'm sure.
You hear a little whisper. Don't be sad.
Okay, storyteller, that presents me with an interesting conundrum. Harano can affect people in a lot of ways. In this case, it's shutting the fuck down.
Yes.
Is Harano strong enough to override a fear response?
How many points is that flaw again?
It is the lesser version at 2 points, where I just freak out and get scared. I do not go
Okay.
into frenzy about being so scared.
Okay, well, in this case, you botched Hirano, so Hirano's going to take precedence.
Okay, then absolutely no reaction.
I will try just because this is getting tedious. Try to like finagle my way under him so he's like almost half riding me. And then like hold on to like clothing in my mouth and just start moving like that.
Julian is facepalmed watching this, watching Colin get dragged like this, and it's like, and you said you were going to be useful? How? Again?
You're muted.
Welcome to Ben's world.
This is when he drags me over, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
He just shrugs on the ground and says, "Doesn't matter anymore." And I'll just lay there.
And there's a little whisper as you lay there. If your mother could see you now. And she goes and she walks.
Tear, but no expression.
I want to do something. I just don't know how to say it. I want to
Okay.
pretty much do the bard thing, like give him a
Okay.
speech and get it up. Be the Galliard, get his
Yeah.
ass up and moving.
All right. So I assume you're trying to do some sort of howl.
Yep.
Okay.
I might use should I use persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna use.
I don't care
persuasion
about your
again.
emotions. Override it with Gnosis. Which is the best thing to do in this situation, I feel.
Yeah.
So what's okay? I gotta do charisma, subterfuge.
Like I know it's not like a wolf thing that should matter to me, but as a player, like I've given you shotgun. Like I'm in the back of Jonathan's car. Like I've left
Aw.
shotgun open. Like me as a person, like I would never give up shotgun, but me as
A wolf.
eyes, yeah.
A wolf who thinks that this annoying Weaver thing is a liability at best.
Wait, so I just realized that in this vehicle right now, there's Jonathan driving, there's
Mhm.
Colin in shotgun, and there's Eyes of the Creek in the back.
Mm-hmm.
I am totally laying out in the backseat by myself. I'm taking up the entire space.
Yeah. You are happy in that space. You still smell of coffee grounds and milk bones, and it's perfect. It's wonderful. You're having a great time, even though
The car
you know-
still smells like that. All right, so that's right. This is the middle of the night. So
As you're driving, no less.
yeah.
Which is great.
So middle of the night, I will not turn on the radio.
okay.
He will obey traffic laws. This is not the time we need to get pulled over. I guess I'll get as close as I can in a car to Rattlesnake Mountain.
Yeah, it's on the far other side. So the nice area where the trail was had like parking. This is on like the far opposite side. And it takes you probably a good 45 minutes to get to where you can park succinctly. And it's not hard. You see the police cars, you see the ambulance that's there.
Already there. All right, so if we can see emergency services there, I will not pull up into like the parking lot. Then I'll stop far back.
That's perfectly fine. That's what I would expect.
As soon as we get out of the car, I want to activate Nyx's bangle,
Okay.
which with it being all nighttime and stuff outside.
Yeah, that's going to make you dang near invisible.
Yeah.
For those who haven't noticed, it seems like Plays of Danger has like a stripe around his paw. It's very much a bright white stripe. And yeah, we're going to try and see if you can get Nyx's bangle to activate.
So I roll Gnosis for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd also like to ask, Jonathan, did you make any persuasion roll yet, or?
Yeah, I'm waiting on that as well.
Oh, I did. I got 2 successes on it.
So what does Jonathan do exactly?
So back then, as he plays with Danger dragging him out and he's just moping, I just look down at Maddox. I'm like, what are you doing? Just waiting for the snake to come get you? There's another dead body. You just stay here. It's going to come to you.
And then do I need to do any sort of resistance roll? Or would the Hirano just make me so uninterested in doing anything other than like...
Roll willpower.
Permanent or current?
Current willpower.
Oh, no, why did I say that? I have less rage, not willpower.
Yeah. But yeah, this is actually to see if you shake off the Hirano.
Difficulty?
We're going to put it, since you botched it, difficulty 7.
Oof.
Whatever successes he gets from this adds to the persuasion roll.
No successes.
Oh. So, hearing Jonathan talk does help a little in the fact of, hey, I'm still here. I can do something. But it still hurts.
I will sigh, maybe a little too theatrically for what it should be. Stand up, go, plop myself down in the passenger seat and just stare straight ahead.
He seems a little better. Just a little.
A very 90s of you.
Yeah. And plays with danger. It seems super easy, and it's practically like you disappear in the darkness. So that activates just easy enough. But yeah, Jonathan parks far enough away to where you can see where they are. And you can actually tell that even the cops don't really want to go near this.
Now, where this is it like the base of the mountain, or is it forest?
It's forest.
Okay.
But yeah, you remember where you found the first body? This is almost on the exact opposite side and a little further west.
Oh, so it's in the same general area. Okay.
Yeah. It's just further west.
And it looks like they don't want to go in there.
It really does look like they don't want to.
Could I turn on heightened senses and try to see if there's any matching sense from the other crime scene that we saw with the granddaughter?
Yeah, you can turn on heightened senses. Even from this far, there smells to be a little bit of what you smelled there. But it's hard. You get a lot of blood. There's a lot of blood in the air. And this blood wasn't dried. It's not old. This blood is fresh.
I'm going to, while I'm stealthing, pretty much kind of like circle the crime scene, activate heightened senses, and just try to get a sense of like trying to pick up a scent.
All right. This is a blood and gore warning for our lovely stream. As you get close enough to this crime scene, we would call this a bleeder in a forensic term, which means there is more blood outside the body than within it. This body has been torn apart. Not even the face was protected. And you can get a distinctive impression that the other one almost seemed like it was practice round. This is the main event.
Are any of the scents that I'm getting similar to the previous scene?
Oh, there is definitely a similar scent.
Okay.
It's just, it seems more subtle, but that's because of how much blood is in the air.
And then does the scent of the body smell familiar?
Not specifically. This individual is male.
Okay.
What you can see of him, that is, you think it's male.
Yeah. And then I'm just going to keep circling around the scene, trying to get what information I can.
Yeah. Maddox, Colin and Jonathan, are you going to do dexterity and stealth to try and get up to the scene without being, seen?
Yes, I'm gonna shift into Lupus, but take off the clothes except for underwear at that point, and then shift.
Okay.
Then leave the clothes, right next to the car.
Okay. So go ahead, stamina plus primal urge.
2.
All right. It takes you a little bit, but eventually you get into your lupus form.
I will get out of the car and lean against it and not go anywhere.
All right.
Just watch from the car. If I see things freak out, we'll go from there.
Mm-hmm. Eyes of the Creek, it's pretty easy for you to get up to this scene. There are wolves out here all the time. It's not... You don't have to stealth, really, because you know your way.
I want to try to avoid as many of the police officers as possible, though, so...
Okay, so definitely stealthing. So Go ahead, Dex plus stealth. In Lupus, it's easier to sneak around, which is kind of nice. So the difficulty is going to be a 5.
Four successes.
Jonathan, what'd you get?
I got 5. 5 successes.
So you both sneaking them in like them bitches. Eyes of the Creek, Jonathan kind of surprises you with how sneaky he's being.
I mean, he's a lawyer.
God damn.
But Eyes of the Creek doesn't know what that means.
I don't.
No,
You're right.
but our great Ravenous Archon can definitely make the joke.
Yeah.
I'll make a note of it.
Yep. Yeah, and you sneak up, and the scene, as previously described, lots of blood. Parts are all over the place. This is definitely a lot messier than the crime scene the previous day.
Is it the same visually? Like, is it the same kind of hispo claws?
Not even going to make you roll for it. Eyes of the Creek, you kind of know.
On whatever, I guess, parts that are there, any identifying marks like tattoos or brands or piercings or...
They're, you know what, perception plus alertness.
Is the body shape feminine?
It is male from what you can see.
Okay. I did not botch, but no successes.
All right. You kind of see this mark on a part of the forearm. It doesn't look exactly like a tattoo. It's more like a scar.
Okay.
It might be Garu in nature.
That's where in Lupus form I would have been kind of at that part, like the sniffing and looking.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess, can't figure out what it is. I just kind of back away.
Mm-hmm.
as I'm circling around, can I find a trail of where this familiar scent came from, or where it went?
All right, this is pretty easy. Let's go with a perception plus survival here.
Does it look like they were killed here, or that they were dragged out here post mortem? Because you said there's a lot of blood, so I'm assuming that they were killed here.
Yeah, perception plus investigation, Eyes of the Creek. Both of you at standard difficulty, so difficulty 6.
5.
Oh. The scent is coming from the west. The big thing you can tell, this person was ran down.
Similar to the other one, where it's like the fear and the run and hunted down.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 success.
Yeah. The interesting thing, Eyes of the Creek, as you look, and even with 1 success, you can tell this person was killed here. But as you look at the trees, you see claw marks. And you get the distinctive impression this person turned to fight at some point. Which leads you to another interesting conclusion, I believe. I wonder if... And plays with danger as you head to follow the trail. You suddenly run into Olivia, which looks absolutely freaked out, standing there in her nightdress, sweating and fearful. And this is where we're going to end the session. I would like to thank my players. I'd also like to thank my fiance, Dragonbane989, who helps me along the way and supports me in this. And of course, I would like to thank Bill, our tech weenie, for the evening, as he called himself.
Tech sausage.
Thank you, Shanky.
And now we shall go and see about player XP. Of course, you get the straight 2 from me. You role played well. You were here. Now, let's see what you do for your own points. Why not? Let's go with Eyes of the Creek to start us off.
I'm gonna vote for, as much as it pains me to say it, plays with danger. Just because to dig into the Bonar lupus like that was just a delight to see. Even if everything in my being was just like, this is not how you behave as a dog, as a wolf. So he gets my vote.
Thank you.
I've got to give it to Eyes of the Creek. Honestly, that binding the snake to my shirt is so fucking. When a snake jumps out of my shirt, we'll see what happens when it ends up activating, because it's a talon and they don't always give you a choice on when they activate. So yeah, definitely going towards you, Rav.
Thank you.
That's actually mine too, towards Isaac Creek, because I'm really loving the whole snake storyline and like binding it to a shirt.
I'm
awesome.
Glad someone's liking it.
Awesome.
Colin's not.
I just gotta say, I love the concept of the snake storyline. Mwah. Mwah.
Well, I mean, I think I'm making a clean sweep for Eyes of the Creek. Yeah, it's a combination of having the straight man to be the person, like the foil, to just let me be a fucking idiot is great. But then also it's playing, essentially playing the alpha in the pack, or at least as far as I would be concerned, because our Arun isn't so much the alpha, so he's definitely taking up the leadership role, which I think is brilliant. Kind of keeping us sort of on track.
And I would just like to clarify, I said 2 XP. It's 3 XP for each person. And with that being the vote, Eyes of the Creek, you get the extra experience point.
Thank you all.
And now, to proceed to do the schedule, I am calling forth from beyond. Shanky McStabber, please come and tell us what the schedule is.
Hello, everybody. It's my disembodied voice just floating in here out of nowhere. Dun, 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 dun. So if you like what we're doing, of course, I'm going to go through all kinds of outro stuff here. Give us a follow here on Twitch. Give us a subscribe. You want to support channel. If you want to give something to the players for putting on the show, bits and donations, they go to the players, of course, not to the studio. If you want to check out some good content, you can pop over and look over here at our list of friends. If you want to give some feedback and vote on, who here's cool and should get some player vote XP, or just, call out the players, you should pop over to our Discord. I mean, just saying. It's right over here in chat. This week we've got a busy week, actually, because we streamed tonight, and tomorrow night we've got another stream at 8 p.m. Eastern. You will destroy something beautiful. Apparently, a group of players gets to destroy my wife. She's something beautiful, and she's playing that. It's basically a bitterness, betrayal, enthrallment. They seem to have a lot of fun playing it. I haven't got to see it, so I have no clue what happens in it, which is awesome, because, normally I know these things. Saturday, we are back with Call of Cthulhu, the London Esoteric Society. So Cockless is back. So join us at 3 p.m. Eastern this Saturday for Call of Cthulhu. Of course, for those of you on our Discord, also know this weekend we're doing a non-streamed Blood on the Clock Tower game for members of the Discord. It's 6:30 Eastern. It's a social deduction party style game. It's a lot of fun, but it's for whoever people on our Discord. And then, of course, Sunday, we are here for Windy City After Dark. So, yeah, Windy City's crazy. Just saying that this bad things are happening. Bad things are happening to players and bring tissues, because there is 2 different scenes in this one that you're going to need tissues for. And it's not my fault. I had nothing to do with it this time.
As much as we hate to say it here in the Werewolf game, go show the leeches some love.
Yeah,
Show. It's a really good show.
You want to catch our back content? Of course, pop over to YouTube. And if you want to see one of our friends right there, Ravnos Archon, pop over to his Twitch channel. Friday nights, he's doing Star Wars. Does all kinds of other shows on the weekend. Sometimes he does a once a month one shot on the weekends. So, yeah, check out Ravnos Archon. He's great. We love him over there. And I also tell you should check out Plague Win's YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. He does playthroughs of video games. So, check out his YouTube channel. Get in on that. I think that covers all that main part, except for, of course, mental health, everybody. It's not a joke. It's not a laughing matter. Please take mental health seriously. Check in on all those around you. Check in on friends, family, loved ones. Please make sure they're okay, because they may not be. And right now, a lot of people aren't. And you may get to be that lifeline they needed, or somebody to help them step back from the edge. And if you do suffer from mental health issues, like many of us do, including myself, reach out to those around you when you need to talk. And if you don't feel you have someone around you can talk to, right now in chat, we have the list of numbers for places you can call or text 24/7. And somebody there will speak with you and talk with you and without judgment, and we'll try to help you work through it. And if you are one of our viewers who are not in the U.S., there's a website even listed so you can put in what country you're in and find out their help numbers. Because, we need to get through all this stuff together, and that includes life in general. So, and also since my wife isn't here, I'm going to say in her nurse capacity, please get your COVID shot. Please. Don't be one of the people who are currently filling up the hospitals, because those are almost all of them right now are the unvaccinated. Don't be one of those. The damn health workers have enough problems. We don't need to add to it. So I'd like to thank the players and the storyteller of this. Thank you for doing this. It's a blast to watch. And I'm going to continue Trouser Snake jokes for week after week because that's a thing now. So
I would fully hope it's a thing now. I know this community.
How many points is the Trouser Snake worth as a totem?
We do need to figure this out.
I mean,
we ain't figuring shit.
Wouldn't it depend on the size? And right as we're getting ready to leave, here comes a raid. Hello, Liching Hour. You coming in to raid us right as we're leaving? But that's okay, because we're going to play this shit forward. We're going to go and raid over to the Onyx Path. So you've raided us.
Yeah, they are streaming.
So you know what we're going to do? We're going to raid them. So again, check out our streams. I'm going to switch over right now so you can see our stream schedule as we're leaving. But I'm also at the same time going to go and we're going to go raid the Onyx Path. So, because we were done. So thank you all for coming, and let's go see some Onyx Path.